John Constable was born over 200 years ago in 1776 and spent his formative years in and around what became known, even in his lifetime, as Constable Country. This is Fenn Lane, between East Bergholt and Dedham, which he would have walked down every day on his way to school. And this is close to the spot where Constable got his inspiration for the cornfield, one of his best-known paintings. When it was first exhibited in 1826, no one bought it, and it remained unsold for 11 years. I worry if I don't sell a painting in 6 months. I won't now. The trouble with paintings as famous as this, which have been reproduced on everything from biscuit tins to thimbles, is that the reproductions do not do justice to the original paintings. To see them properly and really experience them, go and see them in a gallery. This is a sketch which shows a boy drinking from a stream, and of course a similar detail appears in the cornfield. Painted in 1811, some scholars have wondered whether it was in fact painted in a studio, but I like to think that it was painted on the spot. And it might even have been this spot, looking down the lane with a bank on the left and the field, the entrance to the field, on the right-hand side. And I've decided to do a sketch here, and I've just got to. I'm standing here where Constable as a boy used to come down this lane on these lovely days going to school, and I've just got to stay here and do a sketch. I'm going to do a quick one, but I must just do a sketch of it. It's a wonderful feeling. I've just mixed cobalt, crimson and yellow ochre just to get this nice dark, with terps by the way, just to get a nice dark colour, because I'm going to do this quickly and I want to try and get the darks really established. The most important thing looking at this is the sweep of this path and getting it in the right position. I might decide to push this. No, I'll leave this tree where it is. This tree trunk goes up. Right, here we go. The tree trunk, it's got some light on it when the sun is out, quite light green, but at the moment I just want to get it positioned. Then the path comes round the corner here like that, and I've just seen two people walking up, and I shall try and get one of those in later. It's given me a scale for size. They've just walked past. It really, I hadn't time to draw them, they were walking so fast, but I had a position for their size. So in fact, I think I'll just dot that in now. I'm going to start putting the sky in. I've mixed one or two colours. I've mixed a few greens and blue for the sky. So here we go. I don't know I'm not trying to find exactly the right spot where it's coming through. It's speckled obviously because of the leaves, so you're only seeing it come through in places. A bit more through there, so it's just a case of putting it in. The green will come over the top of this, but I've got to come down, make sure I don't come too far. Now that's the trunk, it's about there, that is about the lowest the sky comes, so I mustn't come any lower than that. I think I've got enough there. I'm using a sable brush for this now to get all these other branches in from this hedge, and the reason is that the sable isn't going to pick up the paint as much as a hog brush would, because it's much softer, and you can get quite a bit of character with this. You're bound to pick up paint, of course, because you're working on top of wet paint, but just do it lightly, just let it float over the top. That one that goes up there. Well, it's nearly finished, but I do want to have a go at putting in those two people that walked past earlier on. I'm putting red in because Constable actually put a red boy, or with red clothes on, in that sketch, A Lane from Flatford. So I thought, well, it'd be rather nice just to put somebody with red coming down the path. And they look at the moment as though they're falling over a bit. So let's get that side done. We've got the feet coming down there, leg going through there, and hair. I can't remember what the person, whether the person had a hat on or what, or long hair or short hair. I think I'm not certain. I think the lady had blonde hair. I'll just put a little bit there coming out. It looks more like a haystack, doesn't it? But the important thing is it's got the shape there. There'll be just a little touch of highlight on the top as the sun caught it, and it's just enough to give it a bit of life. And now I'm going to carry on down Fenn Lane.